Just talking to Henry again, and he's telling me that I need to do another video about failing because we didn't plan. By planning, okay, um, you're gonna be able to focus more, okay, and you'll have more direction. Um, you're gonna be able to allocate your resources more effectively because you're gonna plan for it, and you'll be more prepared, right? Um, you'll you'll have less stress because you're gonna understand what you're supposed to be doing. You're gonna be able to follow the plan, right? Um, and then you'll be able to anticipate, any challenges in the future. So goal setting, right? The starting point, right? You got to be specific. I talked about this in another video, but I just want to make sure I reiterate this. Be specific. Make sure you know what you're wanting to accomplish. Okay, that's the very beginning. You want to number one. You want to write that down. What am I trying to accomplish, right? And then how are you going to get there, right? Um, you know, quantify your progress, right? Make sure that you're measuring it, so that way like, okay, I'm progressing or I'm not. I'm wasting my time, or am I not wasting my time, right? So, and that has to do with diet, especially, right? That's going to be number one. Um, so make sure your goals are realistic and achievable. So start off like maybe do a 3 month or 6 month plan, or 1 month, and then 3 month, and then 6 month, and then do a year, right? And say in a year from now, I'm gonna have this accomplished, right? Um, Make sure it's relevant and aligns with your priorities, okay? And time bound. Make sure it's time bound, and there's a clear deadline, okay? And you're gonna always make that deadline. I don't care what happens, you got to make that deadline. So, for example, like like you're starting this plan right now, and you say, I can't work out, I missed it today. Man, you better do something out. You better do something still. I don't care what you gotta do. You gotta do something inside the house. I don't know what you gotta do, but you gotta do something, because you can't miss it. You gotta you gotta you gotta make sure you make those deadlines. Okay, that's part of this. There's no excuses. Excuses. There's no excuses. Excuses don't work. The follow through factor, right? Like my grandma told me. She told me this before, but I really didn't take advantage of the basic idea of following through until I got older in life. And then I was like, wait a minute, I could do it in sales, and I could do it in work and stuff. But when it came to like exercise and stuff and diet, once I started really following through on that, everything changed, right? I'm able to always accomplish my goals every time. There's no goal I can't accomplish because I follow through. See, the same thing goes with like playing basketball or bowling or in golf and all that, right? It's the same thing. Without following through, if you don't follow through on a pendulum, on a swing like this, right, the ball goes everywhere, right? If you don't follow through on the baskets, it's not going to go in the hoop, right? So, um, you can adjust your plan. So, say like if you do have a problem, you notice there's a repetitive cycle, then you better make a change. You better change your schedule. You better make a better action plan, okay? Because then you're going to be tracking yourself to be accountable, right? And then you celebrate them wins. So make sure you celebrate. I treat myself every day. I have chocolate almost every day, right? So now, if the chocolate stuck to me and I felt bad every time, I wouldn't do it. But it's during the daytime. I'm not doing it at night. By not planning, right? You're going to have many consequences, you guys. Like, you're going to have more stress. I go through this still right now, right? I'm still trying to tighten my schedule up, right? You will waste those resources, and you're going to waste some time, right? You're going to waste more time because you're not focused. You don't have it organized, right? You're going to miss more opportunities. You're not ready. You're not prepared, right? And then you're not going to be as productive, and you're not going to be as motivated because you're not prepared. You don't have it planned out. A couple tools for planning and goal setting, right? You can use digital tools. They have those nowadays, right? Google Calendar, um, Trello, Asana, right? You could also, um, utilize time management techniques. You could also look up or you can use visualization tools, right? Vision boards or mind map. Build habits that align with your goals. Find an accountability partner or coach, or like I mentioned in one of the other videos, if you can do it without it, and you can tell yourself, I'm not going to have anybody, I'm going to do it myself. Have an imaginary accountability partner in the back of your mind, right? But the thing is that either way, however you got to do it, I can't have a partner, no way, because it'll slow me down. But that's me. Reflect on, your why. Why are you doing this? So, you know what? When I've been doing all this research and studying the whole time, all these years, 2 decades or whatever, almost three, but two decades, it's because people were dying, like my brother and sister and other people, like sick, and I've had health problems, right? So that's my why. Like I'm trying to help other people avoid suffering. That's all it is. Avoid some suffering. That's all we're doing here. Maybe have a little happier existence while we're here, right? And then make sure, like I said, reward your progress, right? In conclusion, planning provides clarity and confidence. Goal setting creates a roadmap to success. Follow through turns into achievements, right? When you follow through, you're going to achieve, okay? And you're going to achieve a lot more because you're following through this time, right? You're not stopping like usual, right? And without a plan, you risk wandering aimlessly through this world. Have a great day and make sure you plan and goal set